So we were talking about Ad Net Zero and what you're doing in that field.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about Ad Net Zero and the initiatives that you're taking.
So I'm Sebastian Munden. I'm the chair of Ad Net Zero, and Ad Net Zero was formed in 2020 and has started in the UK, has become global and extended to the US, and we have other markets lined up. And it's essentially the advertising industry's response to the climate emergency. We've made a very complicated thing quite simple and turned what the industry needs to do to get to net zero by 2050 at the latest into a 5-point action plan. And what we're doing is getting advertising companies across the sectors, as well as advertisers, creative agencies, media agencies, ad tech, platforms, industry associations right across the board to sign up. What are they signing up for? They're signing up for having SBTI certified targets, which means that they're verified and they publish their annual improvements against their carbon emissions and the journey to improve those. So science-based targets in line with Paris Agreement 1.5 degrees, that's the bedrock of everything. And then the plan basically is the action plan to get there. Action 1, get your house in order. That's mainly energy, transport and travel. Action 2, advertising production, decarbonising the production process. We have tools there to help. Action 3, that's probably the biggest action in the supply chain. That's the way media is planned and bought. And Action 4, that's all about events and bringing people together and decarbonising those events. It's also about making sure that industry awards recognise sustainability. And then Action 5, which is the biggest opportunity, is really advertising superpower to normalise and shape and promote more sustainable brands, products, services, consumer choices. So if working in this framework, you end up changing the way we work, and Action 5, changing the work we make. If you're interested in joining, you'll find us on adnetzero.com.
And how does it benefit the advertising industry?
So I think for two reasons. Certainly for most big companies with ESG, they're starting to get reporting requirements. So, they're probably going to have to do something like this anyway. So this gives you a framework to deliver on your ESG. But also I think in the war for talent, the brightest and the best won't necessarily want to work in an industry if they don't feel that industry is on the right side of history. So I think these are the two biggest benefits, which is winning the war for talent and addressing the externalities from whether it's from customers, clients, or financial reporting, ESG reporting. Joining Ad Net Zero brings you into a community of people working in a pre-competitive way in line with competition law, which allows the sort of sharing of experiences on decarbonisation. There's also training available, and it really kind of brings a lot of case studies together so that people can see what's best in class.
And what if they don't? What if they sign up and they don't?
Well, in the end, the science-based targets are out there because they have to publish them. The progress against those targets is also public, so it will become very clear, who's really doing stuff and who isn't.
But are you going to pitch? Is this going to start pitching the larger agencies against the smaller agencies? Because the larger agencies are going to say that there's more monitoring on us, and while there are a lot of smaller agencies, especially in say developing countries and all, who will just go on doing their work the way they are.
No, because my perception is that it's the clients who are driving it, and so if you want to work with some of the blue chip brands, this is coming.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Good talking to you.
Thank you.